Every morning, millions of people over 60 wake up and follow the same healthy ritual they trust deeply. They put on their shoes, step outside, and begin walking, believing this simple habit protects their future. They walk faithfully, they walk every day, and they walk because it feels like the right thing to do. And in many ways, walking truly is good for the body, the heart, and the mind. It keeps the heart moving, clears the mind, and brings a comforting sense of routine and purpose. But there is a quiet truth that most people never hear or are never told. Walking alone does not train the body for the moments that matter most in real life. It does not prepare your muscles to react quickly when you stumble or lose balance unexpectedly. It does not train balance when the ground shifts, or protect you when your foot catches a step. That is why so many people feel shocked and confused when a sudden fall happens. They often say, "I walk every day. I thought I was healthy. I never expected this." The fall feels sudden, but the weakness behind it has been growing silently for years. Not because of age, and not because of bad genes or bad luck, but because certain critical signals have slowly stopped reaching the body. Signals that tell muscles to stay strong and tell the brain how to keep you stable. Signals that quietly protect your independence without you ever noticing them. Today is not about fear. It is about awareness and understanding what has been missing. Because once you understand what is missing, you can rebuild it gently, safely at home. After the age of 60, the body does not suddenly become weak or fragile overnight. The change is slow, quiet, and so subtle that most people never notice it. You may still feel fine when you walk and move through your normal daily routine. You may still complete everyday tasks without pain, struggle, or obvious difficulty. But beneath the surface, important systems inside the body slowly begin to fade. One of the earliest and quietest changes is gradual muscle loss. Not dramatic weakness that you immediately feel or clearly recognize. Just a slow reduction in strength and a noticeable decline in reaction speed. Muscles that once reacted instantly now hesitate for a brief moment. And when balance is challenged, even a small hesitation can make a difference. Another quiet change takes place inside the nervous system. The connection between the brain and muscles becomes less precise over time. Balance is no longer automatic like it once was earlier in life. It now requires clearer signals and stronger feedback from the body. Walking feels natural because it is familiar and deeply ingrained. But familiarity does not always equal protection in real life. Walking mostly happens in one straight, predictable direction. It does not challenge side-to-side stability or unexpected movement. It does not train the body to correct itself quickly when balance is lost. And it does not strengthen the muscles that stop a fall mid-motion. That is why falls often happen during very simple, ordinary moments. Turning around too quickly or changing direction without thinking. Stepping off a curb, a step, or an uneven surface. Reaching for something that is just slightly out of comfortable range. The problem is not walking itself. The real problem is relying on walking alone for long-term safety. The body needs different signals to remain resilient and responsive. Signals that remind it how to stabilize, react, and recover. Without those signals, strength slowly fades without warning. And with it, confidence quietly fades as well. The good news is that this process is not permanent or irreversible. The body can relearn what it has slowly forgotten over time, but only if we begin sending it the right messages again. When a fall happens, age is often blamed, and people quietly accept it as a normal part of getting older. They say, "Well, that's just aging," but this belief hides the real reason behind most falls. Falls are not caused by age itself, but by reactions that arrive just a little too late. When the body fails to respond fast enough, balance is lost in a fraction of a second. That tiny delay may seem insignificant, but in reality, it determines everything. The brain senses instability and sends a signal, but the muscles hesitate before responding. Not because the muscles are weak, but because they have not practiced reacting quickly. This missing practice is the link most people never train, even if they walk every day. Walking builds endurance and routine, but it does not train the body to react. It teaches the body to move forward steadily, while real life rarely moves in straight lines. Balance is challenged sideways, backward, and often when you least expect it. A loose rug, a wet floor, or a brief moment of distraction can change everything. In those moments, strength alone is not enough to protect the body from falling. The body must react automatically, without conscious thought or hesitation. This ability is called neuromuscular response, the dialogue between brain and muscles. When that dialogue fades, stability disappears, even in people who feel strong. This is why falls often surprise confident walkers who never expected it to happen. Their bodies were never trained for the exact moment when correction was needed. The good news is that this system can be rebuilt, no matter your age. Reaction speed can improve, balance can be retrained, and confidence can return naturally. It simply requires the right type of movement that speaks directly to the nervous system. Movements that remind the body how to protect itself before a fall ever begins. If falls are not caused by age, then the solution is not to fight aging itself. The real solution is restoring the signals that the body no longer receives every day. After 60, the body becomes very selective about what it responds to. It responds only to movements that clearly demand attention and adaptation. Gentle movement feels comforting and familiar, especially later in life. But comfort alone does not create change inside the body. To remain independent, the body needs 3 very specific signals. Not intensity, not exhaustion, and not pushing through pain. What the body needs instead is clarity. The first signal is stability under control. The body must feel slightly challenged, but never threatened or unsafe. This teaches the brain how to keep you upright and balanced. The second signal is slow, controlled strength. Muscles must learn to support the body without relying on momentum. This builds the kind of strength that stops a fall before it begins. The third signal is coordinated reaction between brain and muscles. The brain and muscles must practice responding together as one system. Not fast and not rushed, but precise, clear, and intentional. These 3 signals work together to protect your independence. Remove even one, and the entire system becomes weaker. This is why random exercise often fails, even when done regularly, and why walking alone feels safe, but still leaves dangerous gaps. The goal is not to move more or exercise longer every day. The goal is to move with intention and awareness. Movements that tell the body, stay awake and alert. Stay responsive when balance is challenged. And stay strong when it truly matters. This is how independence is preserved over time. Not through fear, force, or pushing the body too hard, but through intelligent, respectful, and purposeful movement. In the next videos, we will explore these signals gently and safely, so your body can remember what it already knows how to do. If you are over 60, this message is meant especially for you. Not because something is wrong with your body or your life, but because something inside the body is quietly changing over time. Aging does not mean losing control over how your body moves. It simply means the body now needs different signals than before. The ability to stand, walk, and move with confidence is not a matter of luck. It is something that can be trained, protected, and maintained over time. Gently, safely, and right at home. This channel was created for people in the second half of life. For those who want strength without strain and stability without fear. And for those who value independence without pressure or urgency. You do not need to rush, and you do not need to push harder. You only need the right guidance at the right pace for your body. In the next videos, We will explore simple movements that restore balance and confidence. If this message resonates with you, then you are exactly where you need to be. And I warmly invite you to continue this journey with us.